Someone made their hot tub look like a PlayStation 1.
Oh my god.
Isn't that funny?
That is so cool.
Look at this,
With the
Trav.
thing open.
What do you got?
Their hot tub into a PlayStation 1.
Oh.
Yeah, with the thing.
I wonder if it makes that sound as it opens.
PlayStation.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
probably
we're
here.
Oh, hey. Are we live?
We might be.
Who starts this show?
I feel like
I feel like you do,
I
right, Phil?
used to start it, and one of us started it, and one of us ended it.
It was never
we used to
me.
split it.
I think
I used to start it, and then you would end it.
I think so.
Okay. Well.
Hey, welcome everybody to the LaserLion Podcast. I'm Philip Shuck.
I'm Trevor Cruz.
I'm trusting.
Yeah, that felt right.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Anybody want to see if this is actually working?
I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
Phil's on the case.
Or Cy with our sound check.
Yeah, he'll be here.
Cy, let
Yeah.
us know.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
It's another one.
Thursday, named after the god
Thursday.
Thurs.
Well, in recent
Is it?
news,
Yep, Thurs.
we might be staying in our space for another 6 months.
All right, it sounds good. I hear it.
Talked to our landlord. He was going to raise the rent quite a bit, but we got him to
Yeah.
keep it the same
You know
for
what?
at least another 6 months.
You know
So
what we
That was a
said?
win.
Yeah.
that was a win today.
We said, we're not going to pay.
Yeah.
We said, we're not gonna take it.
No,
we're not gonna take it.
Yeah.
We're not.
I was thinking the Rent song, but
Oh.
Oh, I know. I added a new one.
now I was thinking, can we combine them?
What's the rent one?
What is it? Like, we're not gonna pay.
Oh, yeah.
We're not gonna pay
last year's rent. This year's rent.
Did they go next year's rent?
Yeah, probably next year's rent.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, the rent.
I don't know. I don't know Rent. The only thing I know from Rent is Team America World Police. In the very beginning, they're doing a rendition of it.
Oh, that's
but
right.
They're singing "Everyone Has AIDS."
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Not that AIDS are funny. AIDS are not funny.
That no laughing matter.
No. But yeah, so we're gonna stick around until at least September, maybe. We're also shopping around. You know,
Yeah.
anybody in the Orlando area know a good warehouse space or something like that for a studio? You know,
At a good price.
at a good price. Oh, you know what? I thought today was going to
Fall
be
off the back of the truck type of thing.
our first jump into YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
Well, we can still try it midway through if we want.
Yeah, we could.
See if anyone.
So
Caught you off guard on that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody's over at YouTube, and nobody.
yeah.
They're all
sitting there
they're all
waiting.
sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Because this is the show that gets people through the week. You know, the
Yeah.
week is winding down. It's
Mhm.
almost the weekend.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know where certain people would be without this show.
This is like the closer of the week, sort of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know.
It's right after Hump Day.
Yep.
It's right before Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's right before, Thursday night used to be the night to go out when I was in college,
Yeah.
Now I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's changed with the new generation.
Yeah. Now
we were
it's
talking
like
about that.
Monday night.
It's
and
like
Tuesday
Thursday's kind of
night
a dead night.
and Wednesday night.
Oh.
But so
Was-
we really took over that Thursday energy, This is the party
Yeah.
before the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Was Thursday nights was that the dancing at iBar?
Yeah, it used to be the good dancing night
Yeah.
at our bar. That's right.
Yeah, there's a place here in Orlando called iBar.
Yep.
Yep.
They recently have closed, and they have renamed themselves to their original name, which is Barbarella.
Barbarella.
And
But they moved, right?
They are in a warehouse
Uh-huh.
somewhere around here, off of John Young.
Oh, we should find it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of those
That might be a fun
warehouse Thursday nights.
Hmm.
I didn't know their original name was Barbarella.
No,
Yeah.
don't
Because-
give their warehouse Thursday night props.
Yeah.
Oh.
Freaking Barbarella.
Yeah, that's our warehouse.
Yeah.
Our warehouse.
For the next 6 months,
6
coming to you
months.
from this warehouse.
Yeah. We're
LaserLion
broadcasting
Podcast.
live.
Yep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
Next week from YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Now that was good bargaining power.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't think it was going to work out that good.
Mhm.
Same rent.
Yeah.
So now we got to take these next 6 months and blow them out of the park.
Yep.
Make our dreams come true.
Yeah.
You're making my dreams
Or just
come
get by.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah.
We ate lunch at the place with the
Oh, yeah.
white cups and the red straws.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very unique. White Cup Red
Mhm.
Straw Restaurant.
Yep.
You'll
Yep.
never guess.
Mm-hmm. Should we tell them?
What's his catchphrase? The guy.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, the guy.
Like,
Does he have one?
Let's eat.
Bam!
he had a show. Drives.
Bam.
Dives, dine-ins.
Diners,
drive-thrus.
drive-ins, dives, divas, douchebags, and dirt bikes.
Yeah.
You would all recognize him, the guy who made this restaurant.
Yep.
He's got a high desert mullet,
Uh-huh.
spiky hair,
Uh-huh.
bleached tips,
Oh, yeah.
and it's a chicken joint.
Chicken joint.
It's called
Chicken.
Guy.
Chicken guy.
Yeah.
Guy Ramsey Fieri.
Really? His name's Ramsey?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why I didn't go by that one and start
Isn't
stealing
there another
clout.
one named
yeah,
Ramsey?
Gordon
Ramsey.
Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the big.
He was probably mad. I can't go
Yeah.
by my middle
Mm-hmm.
name.
I guess I got to go by Guy. I'll be that guy.
They're both G. Ramsey.
Yeah. Weird.
Oh.
You like G. Ramsey? Yeah, I love G. Ramsey. Oh,
You would.
yeah.
Oh, no. The other one.
Mhm.
Which
They
one?
both suck.
That
I'm
was a
judging
trick
you.
question.
Yeah. I'm judging you either way.
I don't like either one of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, this is from the Chicken Guy website. Hatched from the minds of Chef Guy Fieri and renowned restaurateur Robert Earl. Chicken Guy finally answers the age-old question: what came first? That's the slogan.
What? Chicken or the egg?
I guess.
Or Guy Fieri or the other dude?
Right?
Right. Yeah. I don't. What did come first?
I perceived that. What was the other guy's name who created it with him? The restaurateur?
Robert Earl?
My prediction is that this is Robert Earl's restaurant. And
Oh,
Guy
okay.
Fieri just signed, they signed off and he's the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Guy gets a good paycheck.
I think
Yeah.
Robert is the brains behind this operation. He
Yeah.
probably thought of all the sauces, made up the name. He probably did like a pitch deck kind of thing too.
Yeah.
And Guy
Mhm.
Fieri was like, "Yeah, I was wanting
Mhm.
to invest. I'll do it."
I promise this isn't an endorsement of Chicken Guy, but it was pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
The sauce variety is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of people are doing that. Well, I don't know. I just said that. I don't
No,
know.
it is like an angle that
Mhm.
people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tijuana Flats was,
Mhm.
Yeah.
maybe
They
kind
were
of the
older
originator
one.
in a
Yeah.
way.
Old
Yeah.
school.
And other like hot wing places,
Mhm.
hot chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
Lots
like
of Nashville
ketchup, wing
chicken places
sauce.
popping up around
Yeah.
Mhm.
the country.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's popular.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They're getting their day in the sun kind of thing.
It's like they got sick of Buffalo having all the spotlight. We want Nashville to be
Yeah.
known for its chicken too.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's like you get a little sick of the buffalo and ranch kind of combos, and you go, spicy and brown sugar.
Yeah.
It's
Something
like
different.
The Sour Patch Kid of hot sauce.
Yeah. I was saying it kind of feels like the chicken response to In-N-Out
Mhm.
because Travis and I
Similar,
were just
yeah.
in L.A. and we ate there like 3 times.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's right. How was your trip?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. L.A. is
Beautiful
Los
weather out
Angeles,
Los
obviously.
Angeles.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
weather. Lots of hiking. Good hiking weather.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
We were saying it had just like flooded there,
Yeah, it did.
And
Oh, yeah.
so there was greenery everywhere. It was just like fresh grass that had never been touched or mowed everywhere.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of shocked about how green and flowy it was.
Yeah.
Oh, and we went on a couple hikes, and we got sort of lost on... Okay, so we went out to Vasquez Rocks, which are the famous
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek.
Star
rocks.
Trek rocks.
Yep.
Where
Captain
Kirk fought
fought.
the big green alien,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. They get thrown off of it by death.
The Flintstones
Oh, yeah.
movie.
The Flintstones movie. Oh, yeah.
That was a big one. Yeah.
Mhm.
There was a lot of movies. Actually, there was a ton that they advertised that were filmed out there.
And on the map, when you go out there, because the whole place is called Vasquez Rocks,
Mhm.
something preserve or whatever. But on the map, there's a location that says famous rocks.
Yeah. They know what they're
called the famous
Yeah.
rocks.
They don't even have a name.
They don't
Just
even have a name.
the famous rocks are right there.
You know the ones. But yeah, why was I saying that? We went out there, and it was
LA, where even
interesting.
the rocks are famous.
Well, even the rocks.
Oh, it represented Tibet in The Werewolf of London.
Oh.
That's kind of interesting.
Werewolves of London.
Yep. Star Trek. Looks like it's
I
been
think it
Star
was in
Trek
like
a few
10
times.
episodes
Yeah.
of Star Trek.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Bill and Ted's Amazon Women on the Moon, Dante's Peak, The Muppet Movie,
Amazon Women on the Moon. That's such a good movie.
Hot Shots Part 2, Rustlers,
I loved Hot Shots
Rhapsody,
Part 2.
The Flintstones, Short Circuit, Blazing Saddles, Paul, Hail Caesar, and Hearts of the West. It was
Wow.
also in some TV shows, Zorro, Fugitive, F Troop, A-Team, MacGyver. So like all of those,
Wow.
Yeah.
those are kind of all similar genre. Roswell and Glow.
Okay.
It's definitely got that sci-fi feel, you know.
Yeah.
You go out there and you go, this is where you should film a sci-fi movie
Yeah.
with like an alien spaceship landing.
It's the angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dynamic angle of those rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about, I think it's because of like plate tectonics, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where one plate is going underneath, subverting,
And it's like
and
pushing
then
it
the
up.
other ones are pushing up, and you
Mhm.
get all those, because you can still see the layers of
Yeah.
Earth through
Mhm.
time, you know, but they're all
Mhm.
pushed up in that and at that those crazy angles.
Right.
So it's really cool,
That's
really cool
wild.
visuals.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool place.
I forgot why I said we were out there. Though we were talking about the greenery.
Greenery, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it had rained so much. There were all these. We were out there at Vasquez Rocks. We were going on the trail,
Mhm.
and then we kept seeing other trails. There was
Mhm.
other trails that went down into the rocks deeper,
Okay.
you know. And we saw people going on them, and then we're like, well, let's take one of these trails.
Mhm.
And then halfway through into nothingness, into the desert, we were like, I think this is a runoff of where water was running down. We're looking around.
Yeah.
There's all these like what look like trails
Right.
from all the water runoff
Yeah. Yeah.
from the recent downflows of rain, and then we were literally like lost in the Vasquez
Yeah.
desert.
That's right. We got lost behind some rocks. And
We-
then
we-
we were
we-
in the protected area where they dump all the rattlesnakes.
That's what
Oh,
we found out when we
okay.
finally got out. So we were walking around. We didn't see any other humans.
Mhm.
We were like, will we die out here? We're like, will we have to spend the night out here?
You live out here now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
live here now. Yeah, then we came up to this fence,
Uh-huh.
but all the signage was facing the other way. And we were like, oh no. We're like, is this
Oh.
electrified? We did like the picked up a stick, you know,
Jurassic
did the
Park.
Jurassic Park thing.
Yeah.
We went underneath and we looked at the sign on the front. And it said, it said, preserve area, do not enter. da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And we walked back. We talked to the lady up front. We're like, yeah, we got a little bit lost over there. And she was like, oh yeah, well, make sure you didn't. At least you didn't end up on the other side of the preserve, you know. And we're like, yeah. She's like, that's where we put all the poisonous rattlesnakes. And we're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's the scene out of the movie. Like they're lost and they're like walking by the fence, but the camera's on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of snakes,
Uh-huh.
and when we were lost, we were walking, we were trying to find our way out. Travis claims that he gave some kind of verbal warning, but we were vlogging,
yeah.
and we were kind of
It's on film.
going into the feeling of being lost, you know. So
Yeah.
because kind of a blur between fiction and reality there for a
Mhm.
minute. But he was like, "What's that?" He was like, "It looks like a ghost or something." I was like, "What?" I was like, I thought he was just saying something. And then he stopped, and I kept walking, and I was like, "Why are you stopping?" And he was like, okay. And I was like, "What?" He was like, "That I'm pretty sure that was a snake." And so I was waiting to see if you got bit.
Oh, wow.
I was like, "You're gonna let me get eaten?" He was like, "I warned you," but I was
Yeah.
like, "I didn't hear anything."
Hey, I couldn't tell what it was, so I was like,
So
let
you
me-
just let
Well,
me keep walking.
I think the
I made a
rule.
sound.
I'm starting to learn. I think the rule with Travis is when he starts to become curious about something in the foreground and starts to ponder, you should be concerned.
Yeah.
Well, it was just a shadow, and it was paranoia, but
Because sometimes
But that's
I think sometimes your curiosity sort of takes over your ability to maybe bring it to other people's attention.
yeah.
he's like
Someone else
his
died.
curiosity in
Yeah.
that state was. I wonder
Uh-huh.
what Phil will look like when he dies from getting eaten by that rattlesnake.
I have the reason I say that is because one time Travis and I were driving back from lunch in
Yeah.
the car. And I drive a lowered vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in I call it the suicide lane. It's like that middle turn lane.
Oh,
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
And I got in it. I didn't say I got in it a little bit early, but not no more than normal. And we're going down it, and I didn't see it at all. So this thing blended into the road. But at one point, I swear Travis leaned forward, and he's like, "What is that?"
I kind of remember this now.
And by the time I realized he was looking at something and trying to figure out what it was, I looked up, and there's a large metal basket in the middle of the road.
Oh my god!
But there was nowhere for me to go at this point. And I
Right.
just ran it over, and it sounded like a fucking
Whoa.
bomb went off in
oh
my
my
car.
god!
But luckily, I
Did
mean,
it jack it up?
a little
the
bit.
front?
I mean, the front, it just kind of put a little cut in the bumper in the front, and then it cut the side skirt of my car a little bit. But nothing else was damaged. For the sound that this thing made, well, and I attribute my upgraded wheels and tires to having fatter tires
Right.
for saving us, because it literally just pancaked this thing. It was like a big metal basket, and it
Yeah.
was flat as a pancake by the time we were
Yeah.
done with it. But yeah, it was very scary. But the whole time it was just like, what is that? You know?
I
It's
think
just like,
there's something in the
it keeps
road.
getting bigger. You know? And I was like, what? Oh shit! And it's too late.
Travis is just going. The real thing is he's just going with the flow. He's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
day he's like, I guess.
I mean,
he's
it's-
like,
yeah.
I guess this is how we die.
Yeah. And I will say, like, not being critical of Travis. I
No.
mean, I was the one driving. I should have seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
It
It
was
did
very
look
fun.
like the road. I remember that. It was like looked like
it
cement.
was. Yeah, it was like a shiny silver basket. So it was
Yeah.
doing that mirror effect where
Yeah.
you couldn't really tell
Yep.
what it was.
Trickery.
Oh, but we found out.
Like that effect in the original Star Wars,
Yep.
where they put a slanted mirror
Uh-huh.
to hide the wheels
Yeah, exactly.
on the hovercraft thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
The speeder.
Smart.
Mhm.
So it just reflected the sand. That's so smart.
I saw somebody do that recently on social. Well, it's kind of old, actually, probably a few years old now. They did like a Harry Potter costume,
Uh-huh.
and they rode one of those like one wheel, not the one wheel that you put you stand on, but it had like a seat in the middle, you
Yep.
know. And then they put mirrors on the side, and like, you know, like they were on a broomstick. Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
was kind of fun. That's cool.
Ooh, broomstick.
Broomstick. So yeah. Speaking of weather and things like that, I saw recently that scientists have concluded that the Earth's core has stopped rotating,
No.
and which means that it's usually a sign that it's going to change direction.
Mm.
Which it has
I've
done
heard about
this
that.
several times throughout its history.
I've heard about
This
that.
sounds
I feel like we've been-
catastrophic.
Well,
I feel like it's a climate change thing. I feel like people have said that for a while, or they don't know when it might flip.
yeah, like
But if this is new with the Earth
yeah,
core stopped spinning, it must be.
here, folks. But the people on Facebook. Oh, and we're back.
I think we're back.
Yeah, I didn't really look into it too much, but people in the comments were saying, it has done this throughout its history, and allegedly there could be a new magnetic north.
Right.
So, because like the ball is just a big ball of metal that's like
Yeah.
75% the size of the moon or something like that.
Because when it flips, that will happen, right? Like north
I think
will
so.
be on
Yeah.
your
Are we
Yeah.
going to get like a new North Pole?
on your
a
compass.
New
Yeah, your north will
Antarctica?
be down and south will be up. If the poles
If that's-
shift.
Yeah, if they shift, that's so weird if that happens.
That is weird.
But I don't know what what implications it has for anything, really,
Mm.
because it seems like it's a thing that it does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll probably just be.
I
we'll
feel like
find
the
out when it
transition
happens.
might be weird, but I'm sure we could, if things go settle down, I'm sure we could adjust to just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could literally just keep the compasses the same too and just start,
Right.
just keep calling it north, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there might be some kind of technology that gets glitched out by that, you know.
Yeah,
Kind of
I
like
wonder.
a Y2K kind of deal.
I was just thinking about Y2K. You know, like magnets. That I feel like a lot of things rely on magnets. It's like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's fridge magnets fall off. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
What?
Y2K2.
Or we're gonna have to do. Remember that movie, The Core, where they drilled into this? I never saw
Yeah.
it, but we'll have to pull out one of those maneuvers.
Yeah, something
Get the
about
Earth spinning again.
Yep.
This professor studied seismic waves from earthquakes that pass through the Earth's core along similar paths since the 1960s to infer how fast the inner core is actually spinning. So since 2009, seismic records, which previously changed over time, showed little difference. This, they say, suggested that the inner core rotation has paused.
Interesting.
So
Positive.
Not another global cataclysmic event.
Yeah, another.
So it's
one.
driven by a magnetic field. That's the inner core. The outer core field generated in the outer core. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it generates the magnetic field.
Mhm.
Because that could be bad. It's like, if it's,
Yeah.
because that's what's generating our magnetic field. So if it stops
Right.
completely,
It says it
that
doesn't.
seems like our magnetic field would start going away.
Yeah, it says the inner core doesn't come to a full stop. He said the study's finding, he said, means that the inner core is now more in sync with the rest of the planet
Okay.
than a decade ago.
So it's just fixing itself.
Yeah, and it says nothing cataclysmic is happening. It's weird.
Oh, I think I could understand
No
what I think
reason
he
for
means.
alarm.
It's like, if this is the inner
Mhm.
diameter, this is the outer diameter of the Earth.
Mhm.
It's like, if this is spinning faster, then it's going to be like that.
Right.
You know, or it's going to be like
yeah,
that.
they've like lined up like blinkers at a stoplight.
Yeah, and then it's like, if it slows down, then it might, now it's like going like that.
Right.
They're more in sync. Almost like the
Yeah.
moon, like a tidal lock.
Yeah.
Maybe the moon is tidally locked with the core now.
Ooh.
Maybe.
And then the Earth's surface has been rotating around, but now what if we all get tidally locked? Shing!
Yeah, that would be weird.
What if people come out of the center of the Earth? It's like our ship
Like
stopped.
mole people?
Yeah, it's like all that rotating was our machine. We're coming out now.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
gonna start populating the Earth.
I heard there's a hole in like the North Pole or the South Pole,
Mm-hmm.
like the donut-shaped Earth theory. But it's
Yeah.
like there's a hole and it just sort of opens up into a big cavern where like
Mm.
maybe whole society lives in there with technology and little
Oh.
like whole planes and things.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
live in there. I've heard this
Ah.
theory.
I want to live down
Apparently,
there.
an old pilot, like World War II pilot, flew over and reported seeing all this.
Mm.
I saw people down there in that hole, and there were computers and.
I respect your judgment, sir, but I must say you smell like whiskey. Were you drinking while piloting that plane?
Well, of course. What do I look like, an idiot?
It's Thursday, ain't it?
Yeah.
The same thing I always do. See, you don't believe me?
Yeah.
There's
Dragon
mole
fly.
people in the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have a pilot's license, so I don't even know who you are, sir.
I was doing my flight on my flight. My flight of whiskey.
Yeah.
And flying the plane,
You know how cold it is in the North Pole, son? I'd like to see you fly around in over a gaping hole with a vast society without taking a drink.
Yeah. I like
It
to
warms me up.
tip the wings of my plane and slosh the whiskey into my mouth without lifting my hand.
Yeah, it is like,
Classic.
That would be weird. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I was like, well, what does it mean? Are we gonna get like a new North Pole? Is Florida gonna become a tundra?
Yikes.
Sometimes I think about that non-scientifically, that climate change happening, and somehow it changes in our favor, and so Florida just becomes like a weather utopia.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we're all
balanced.
hoping in Florida.
I think
It's a denial response.
I think
totally.
well, Central Florida though.
Yeah.
Central
right.
Florida. Think about it. In the future, we might be beachfront property
Beachfront.
with like.
I gotta buy a house.
It's either going to be too hot to live though.
Yeah.
No, there's AC.
No, yeah, we'll have AC. We'll be recently beachfront property because everything will flood along the coastal cities. Then they call it climate change now, not just global warming. So we might get some kind of weird nuclear winter, and like the climate might be perfect down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Get rid of all the heat.
Yeah.
Get some of these unexpectedly cold winters, and
Yeah.
start setting in.
Yeah. This winter was nice. It was fun.
Yeah. Maybe the Everglades freezes over, or what's that big lake down there?
Well, it needs to freeze and kill all those damn pythons down there.
Yeah, it'll freeze over, kill them all.
Mhm.
We'll go ice
No,
skating.
but see, that'll be our Oh yeah.
Big
Oh,
ice
imagine
skating.
ice skating with like pythons
Right.
underneath.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, but
Yeah,
scary
cool.
as heck.
Well, like alligators, they survive that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
They sit there with their nose above. Yeah.
So we could go skating around.
Jump over their snouts.
No, we could slide into their snouts.
Oh.
Chop off the snouts of like
Lop them off.
of gators and snakes who have like their snouts out the.
Yep.
That'd be an interesting way to like python hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Skate around and like, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Shot, shot, shot.
Mhm.
You're like, job well done.
And then next season, there's just like 50 ornery snakes with their noses cut off
Yeah.
that are not dead, Just ready to take revenge.
Yep.
They all turn into like that mythological snake where you cut the head off and like 3 more grow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So then we have
Mhm.
madness down there.
Oh,
Hydras.
yeah.
Hydras.
Hydra.
Hydras.
Yep. Yep.
Hydras in the Everglades. Watch out.
Watch out. So,
Hydras.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of seismic event,
Oh.
when we were in LA, I saw
How'd
there
that bathroom
was-
mimic?
It was good, but there was an earthquake.
Yeah, there was like a couple of them recently.
Yeah.
While we were there?
Yeah, while we were there.
Oh, while you were
Did
there,
we
there
feel
was
it?
one?
No, we didn't feel it. It was like a 2-something. But
Oh.
I felt it, I think.
if we were paying attention, we might have felt it. But I was like, oh look, there was a
You were in the
little
bathroom and-
seismic event.
Yeah, there's a seismic event. in the
Yeah,
back,
there's a
right? It has
seismic
there's a
event.
number 2 seismic event.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
thought maybe ready.
Oh yeah, 2.
A 2 on the Richter
Two on the
scale.
Richter scale.
Yeah.
Richter down there.
Richter hardly know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's always earthquakes happening out there.
Yeah,
and you
there
just
is. There's
Don't,
always earthquakes.
don't feel them most of the time.
Yep.
Did Elizabeth? Have y'all asked Elizabeth, our friend who lives out there?
About earthquakes?
Yeah.
No, we didn't
No.
ask anybody, but we were
Did that
walking
ever
around
get on-
fearing them. We're like,
Yeah.
what if an earthquake hits right now and just rips open the sidewalk and all this mud starts going down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know what one feels like.
Me too.
Yeah.
But
There's been some in Florida that we've been here for, but it's like we don't really feel them.
yeah.
But
We get sinkholes.
yeah,
Those seem like they're fun.
yeah.
Just swallow up a whole an entire house.
yeah.
How do you deal with
You
that existential threat?
I mean, I
It's
guess-
like in Florida, the ground could just open up and swallow you,
yeah,
your whole house.
You just
Yeah.
got to live with it, you know.
because
Yeah.
then the sinkhole will have truly won.
Yeah, you can't
No.
let.
But
the
you can't
sinkhole
hide from
win.
it.
No.
It's like tremors.
No,
Mm-hmm.
sinkholes come for us all. You know,
Yep,
one way or another, we're all gonna end up under the ground.
it's
Mhm.
true.
Yikes!
Mm-hmm.
We go down to that rotating core.
Do you think
Yeah.
do you think y'all want to be buried or cremated?
I don't know.
I don't want to be cremated. I know that.
Okay,
I think it'd be cool to be like buried with like in a garden, and like be
That would
like not in a box, just put you
yeah,
in
yeah,
there?
like trees
Down in
grow
there?
from your body too. You know, like
Mhm.
fungus grows because of you.
Mhm.
You know, you become back to earth.
Right.
I think I'd like to go be buried in maybe something like sturdy cardboard.
Mm.
Mhm.
So like for the first few weeks,
So it lets you settle in a
you
little
know,
bit.
no dirt is on me yet,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
But it sort of slowly compacts, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Mm,
I can deal with this.
Yeah,
because at first it's just one ant down by your foot. You're like, okay,
yeah.
and then it's a couple more bugs,
Yeah.
and then by the time the worms are there, the box has already collapsed. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
all right, go for it.
Right.
I'm thinking now what a good idea might be one of those like mid 2010 sun chip bags that you remember those?
Yeah.
They were noisy as a heck.
Like a big one?
Yeah, a big one, like a
Yeah.
sleeping bag.
Imagine everybody at the funeral, everyone trying to... Now, a moment of silence as we lower him in. Every time somebody puts a clump of dirt.
Yeah, but then it's settled, and then the people still hear it. It's like, well,
Yeah. Is
he
he
really
alive?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because then
Yeah.
if you're still in there, it's like a bell. You know?
right. It's like,
Yeah.
open up the bag.
That would be a hilarious prank. Is to like have somebody who would do it for you, like have a little motor that just spins a little like wooden spoon or something,
Oh, yeah.
and then like a tape recorder that's like, help me,
That's in your
help.
Ferris Bueller death.
Yeah.
You could, that could be in your will and testament.
Mhm.
That'd be hilarious and really messed up.
Oh,
Okay,
that'd be
I want a
great.
Ferris Bueller death now.
Trademark.
That would be amazing.
Mhm.
Or like a weekend at Bernie's.
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
Like if all my surviving
Yep.
family members like pick me up and we
Uh-huh.
do kind of like a line dance or something. Where my feet are taped to their feet, and like a chorus line, like
Yeah.
kicking.
Take you to the bar.
Dun, 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 dun.
It would be perfect too. Because like if you take you to the bar and you fall over, they probably even did this in Weekend at Bernie's. You know, it's
Yeah,
like, oh, he's
yeah.
just had too much. You know,
Yeah.
It'd be so
Like
easy.
Classic film.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Asleep on the toilet again.
This
Classic film.
cadaver donated by science is now going to help us pull off the biggest prank ever. See how many people how long it takes before people realize he's actually dead.
Yeah.
I donate my body to pranking.
Yeah. I don't know. I lean towards cremation. I don't know. But, I don't know that it'll matter.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty soon you won't even be mad.
Exactly, yeah. But, yeah,
Sugar
I think that's
and water.
the way I lean.
All
I
right.
like the post thought of it, like because the ashes, it seems like tidy,
Yeah.
and you can have like a send off in a nice
Right, you
place.
can pick a place.
What makes me feel uncomfortable is the thought of being burned,
Right. Well, and there's cells in your body.
and it's like
potentially.
cells of your body
Yeah.
potentially that are, we might have talked about this already. That I was like, are probably still alive
Mhm.
and moving around. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't want a thought of like my last thing is to be burned
Yeah.
Yeah.
alive.
'Cause then
Specifically
it's
for some of
really-
those cells are probably still alive.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
maybe
Some
maybe,
like liver cell or something is like still alive and be like, oh my god, I'm on fire.
bury me in the garden for a little while.
Yeah. Because then maybe your
couple
cells
months.
can like spread into the dirt and then have new
and
life.
then dig me up and cremate my
something
bones.
else.
Yeah.
That's I guess I'm not totally comfortable with either initial process, like being burned or being like eaten by bugs.
Right.
But then both afterthoughts are nice
Yeah.
because you can
Yeah.
get a good send off with the ashes, and then that one you get to sort of give back to the earth. I like that
Right,
idea.
Yeah.
That like I could
Well-
nourish the earth and grass would grow and animals would eat it or something like that.
Yeah, it is
Mhm.
weird because you think like, okay, if you think about reincarnation, you could see how maybe that could be
And
a possibility.
metaphorically, that is kind of
right.
like,
It's like
letting
those,
your life force still live on.
Yeah, and those single cells getting into the ground
Mhm.
and then going into being ingested by an animal, maybe that animal being ingested by somebody else, and then
Right, maybe your
that
DNA's in
person
there somewhere,
impregnates a woman, and
Right,
you're,
it's like
bam,
one
you're back,
trillionth you.
Yeah.
and
Right.
you're back.
But
I'm back, baby.
we talked about it on the last podcast a little bit. I think it was like because we were joking, it was like Earth versus the universe and the trial.
Oh
Mhm.
The trial of the century.
Mhm.
Earth
But it
versus
was
the universe.
like the law of conservation of energy. It's like
Right.
energy can't be created
or
nor
destroyed.
destroyed. And so then it's like all the energy of every human still exists within
Right,
the
yeah.
universe.
Mm-hmm.
So then it gives me comfort if I decide I want to get cremated. It's like, well, my energy's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It all.
but
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But it's just whatever your personal thoughts are, and because that's also why I wouldn't want to be buried in a Loctite, airtight.
Oh, right.
'Cause they
like
have some
mummification.
boxes,
Yeah.
or they have some coffins that are
Mhm.
like basically safes, you know?
Right.
Like they advertise like nothing's going to get in, nothing's going to eat you.
Mm.
I wouldn't want that either.
Right.
I want to just be like
Just like a slow.
rotting in my suit till I'm just.
Yeah.
I do want to give back, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard
It's
Neil
good to give
deGrasse.
back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about being cremated,
Mhm.
but I was surprised that he wouldn't want to be cremated based on what he said would happen to you.
Mhm.
I thought, oh, a space guy would want that.
Right, because it sort of
'Cause-
sends you up into the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying, except it turns out he wanted to give back to the earth, you know, let his body.
Oh, right.
But he was saying, you know, when you're cremated, you basically get turned into and talk about the
Right.
conservation of matter and energy. You get turned into ashes basically, and like heat, and then the smoke
Mhm.
will go up into the atmosphere and then eventually fade off. You know,
Right.
Kind of-
Right.
evaporate off into the
cosmos.
cosmos,
That's cool.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
And I
back
was
to the
kind of
universe.
surprised he didn't want to do that. Like,
Mhm.
but he wants
Yeah.
to be, and so like you were saying, like a percentage of your body like is atoms that were in Mozart.
Right.
Everyone,
Right.
you know,
Yep.
it's like
Right.
crazy, and everybody fill in the blank.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah.
But like eventually we'll all be cremated. So it'll be at some point.
Oh,
see, okay.
You
So
know?
this gives me a little bit more comfort.
See, there is no difference, and we
That's what I
will
think. I
all
feel like it's
evaporate
just
into
all-
space because
Yeah.
the Earth's gonna get
Right. The Earth will like
burnt up by the
burnt up.
sun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It'll be a natural cremation
Yeah,
eventually.
eventually.
All life on Earth will be cremated.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what happens to our flesh sex.
Yeah.
Well, but it's fun to think about your matter being sort of spread around
Right.
into the
Sitting on
soil and different creatures and things
sitting
like
on
that.
this rock that you've called home,
Yeah.
as opposed to floating in space.
I wonder if you could donate your body to a movie set. You know,
Oh, that would be fun.
like because I was just talking about like not wanting my body to be sort of
Right.
tainted or massacred or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
mutilated. But that might be kind of fun. Like you donate your body to like a World War II set that
Yeah.
Spielberg's filming or something, and you
Yeah.
just get lit up by by a machine gun, you know, like in the face. Just
Yeah. Or like the new Marvel
but you're already
movie.
dead.
You know, they have those things. They're like those robots that get launched by like a slingshot or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, but it could just be you.
But it could just be you. Like the Hulk needs to throw a body really far.
Yeah.
And like the body explodes on impact, you know. And so like that's
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you know. Or you drive off a cliff.
Yeah.
We all die in a car crash, and we donate our bodies to Hollywood,
Yeah.
and then it's like they need the Hulk to throw a body through the window. you know?
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, get the body, get Trevor. They throw it like reset,
Reset.
we messed up,
Yeah.
get Phil,
Get Phil.
get Travis, you know.
Oh, Travis fell apart. Here's
Yeah.
another one.
And it's the
think we
fourth
lost-
guy in line behind us.
Yeah.
They use his.
Yeah. I think
There's-
we lost a camera.
I'll fix it.
There's a cadaver truck on set. It's just got a
Mhm.
whole bunch of. Oh, really?
I think it's that one, the big guy.
We
got batteries
There's
out here.
batteries here, Phil. But there. Speaking of that, you know that guy, that actor, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, yeah. I've read more about him recently.
Yeah, he got run over by his snowplow because he was.
Mhm.
It started to get away from him or whatever. Like he didn't have the parking brake on. He was like helping his nephew, I think, get out of the snow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I heard this. I think my wife told me this, but I never actually read it. But like his leg was like really messed up,
Right.
and I think there was talk about him actually having to get his leg amputated.
Yeah, there was. I remember hearing that talk.
That's the last I heard, right?
Yeah.
That he's gonna have to get it.
Oh, he is?
Amputated.
Okay, yeah. So it's like
Oh, I saw him doing like therapy and stuff.
if
And he was like moving.
Well, that was a week ago. I heard that.
I was
Yeah.
like, man,
But
I was
maybe
like,
so, maybe not.
that sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like, what a place to be in, because now you're
Oh,
in
yeah.
movies. You can use that to your advantage.
Right. I was
You
telling
know?
Phil and I were
He's
talking
like
about
always
that.
getting his leg lopped,
Yep.
chopped off, and
Oh, yeah.
it's messed up. But I mean,
It's like when
You
Jim
could-
Carrey can show off that nick in his tooth.
makes
you
sense.
know,
Yeah,
like Dumb and
exactly.
Dumber.
Yeah.
He's like,
Pop
yeah,
the
blow
leg
my
off.
leg off.
Yeah.
Yep. There's like that one character in all of the Avengers that is missing an arm. And it's like, hey, just make a character that's missing a leg, and now you know they can be a team up, buddy team up.
Buddy team up.
Arm
Yeah,
and
give
leg.
him like a
All
robot
right.
leg.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's see through.
They worked so hard. What's that saying? An arm and a leg?
Arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
cost
the-
me an arm and a leg.
Yeah. That'd be the team up.
Yeah. The buddy cop comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's messed up, but it sucks. But I was like, oh, that's it. There you go, make some lemonade, buddy.
For real.
Here's a tip: if you're ever in a big Hollywood sci-fi franchise, or like a big Hollywood hero franchise, don't operate heavy machinery and make sure the parking brake is on.
Yeah.
Because that other guy from Star Trek got run over by his car.
Oh his
not
Jeep.
putting the parking brake on.
That's right.
Terrible.
About that.
Yikes! Everybody getting crushed.
I know. I work on my car vehicles. A lot, and I usually work around the outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
But occasionally I do have to get all the way under it to get to something, and that thought always enters my mind. As soon as I'm in there, I'm like, well, this is it.
Yeah.
This is where I go.
Yeah. Just imagine it.
I was
down.
like, there'd be no way I'd be able to get out.
But see, at least there's a bit of respect. I don't mean to joke on these people, but that's a respectful way to go. It's like, oh, he was working on his car, he's doing. But letting something roll on you for accidentally not working it properly.
Oh, right.
That's a little bit more embarrassing.
Sort of like
you turn around and you're like, like, what happened? You jump out of the way, slowly rolling down a hill. I'm gonna die now.
I heard that it. The article said it was rolling towards his nephew, and he pushed his nephew out of the way, or he was trying to stop it. That's what I hear. But
he was heroic.
To climb into it, you have to step on the treads of it, because it's got like tank treads.
Oh, and it was
moving. So as soon as he stepped on it, it just pulled him right under.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He thought he was Arrow.
Oh, yeah.
He thought he was the Green Arrow. Or whatever.
Yeah, I think sometimes, you get humbled by things like that. You forget.
He thought he was on the harness wires.
Pull me
up. Like you definitely got to respect that stuff,
for
sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Not being critical, but.
Yeah.
I mean, to take the other side of it.
Yeah.
If you ever driven on like a 4-wheeler on some trails or something, you really do, and you take a turn you're like, oh, I'm on the edge of death. Like, I'm really on the edge of death.
Yeah.
Driving these things.
Yeah, like one of like mine and obviously many people's idol was Ken Block, and he started like the Hoonigan thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was like one of the co-founders of DC Shoes.
Yeah.
And that's how January 2nd he died.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Wow.
Snowmobile.
Same day.
As
Jeremy Renner, yeah, same day.
No, was it really?
Same day, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a weird day.
Yeah,
weird.
They were out snowmobiling in Utah, and it upended and crushed him. Killed him.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Very careful.
He was like a huge, he's a pioneer. He's like the reason things are the way they are in the automotive industry nowadays, like with like customizing and doing all this crazy stuff. But
he lived fast.
He did. But yeah, man, those machines.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah, they're machines. They'll kill you.
Machines.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you all see the freaking latest DARPA robot?
No.
Freaking DARPA.
DARPA.
These things need to be stopped. Can we please stop DARPA? Please.
We have to stop DARPA.
DARPA's bad, bro.
I think they're behind it all.
They are behind it all.
So the scenario they show it in is like a construction working scenario.
Yeah.
I forget what. Oh, it was like a bag of tools or something like that. So the guy's up on scaffolding.
I've seen this.
Working on something.
Yeah,
Have you seen it where it goes?
Yeah, it's like that company Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics. Yeah, it jumps underneath. Goes underneath the scaffolding, jumps up onto the step, throws the bag up to him, and then walks over to the edge and does like one of those crazy like roundhouse ninja flips off of it onto its feet.
God,
I'm like, nope, this is it. This is the end of everything with like the AI.
Yeah,
and now this. I'm like, no, we're screwed. I was like, this.
We're
this
so
is
far behind.
Freaking Terminator.
What do we
do?
Got
to stop. I don't know. Technology.
How do you kill robots?
They're just electronics. A big magnet will screw them up.
If they bleed,
that would be kind of fun.
We can kill them.
We start magnet hunting these things.
Ooh.
You think you probably could fuck them up with magnets?
Yeah.
Do you think you could kill them with pythons?
Maybe.
Because we've got abundance of pythons.
Yeah.
Maybe we could incorporate pythons in some way.
Yeah.
They could constrict them.
Yep.
Right, and then just bring them into water.
And then when the pythons go to eat them, they'll die because they're eating, metal.
Or they won't.
And so then it kind of solves both problems,
Oh, yeah.
Because there's too many in the Everglades. And
Yep.
Oh, that's true. They could eat him and die.
Yeah.
What if Jeremy Renner got like got a python attachment sewn onto his thumb, so that one of his legs
Is a python?
is a python?
Oh man.
That,
I like that.
would be killer. And he hunts robots.
Oh, cool.
So he's got
Jeremy
like a
Renner.
gun, a python leg, and he's killing robots.
Yes.
Python man.
Trademark
Python.
Jeremy Renner,
Python
the robot-legged
killer.
killer.
Robot killer.
Yeah, how do we get python-legged robot hunter?
Coming.
Someone draw
Coming
a picture of this.
This summer.
Wait, that's his catchphrase. Or he's always like S-ing things, you know?
Yeah. Stop it.
He's like, it's a little suspicious. Like, you have a python leg. It's not in your mouth. It's like, I think some of the DNA maybe
Nagini.
seeped into my bloodstream.
Oh.
I don't think that's how it works.
Snake blood. Yeah.
Snake blood. Imagine walking. You know, every time you take a step, you're like stepping on the snake's head. You know, like the snake's head is your foot now.
It's like freaking out every time.
It's like biting your other foot. You're like playing footsie with somebody.
He's like the
underneath
head
the table.
of what's that church where they speak in tongues, like Episcopal?
The tongue churches.
Scientology.
Yeah, something.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
though,
Episcopalian.
I don't know. I forget what it is. No.
Apothecary.
What is it?
And
I don't know.
But the
He could be like the
tongues.
leader of that, though.
let us know in the comments what it is to hold snakes in snake churches. What are those guys?
And then they turn into wood. Or was it vice versa?
Robert was watching. He said, "Hey guys, how are y'all? Hope you're doing well. We are doing well.
Oh, yes, we are.
I hope you're doing well as well. A lot of well in that sense."
Yeah.
Who is that? Who did you say that was?
Oh, Robert Alvarez.
Oh, right. Which I've never met, but know of.
We were just talking about him with Brittany, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Worked
Yep.
on Star Wars
Mhm.
with him.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Cool.
Star Wars.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Chilling.
Doing pretty good.
But
But what were we talking about? Oh, yeah,
yeah.
he could put like a gun on that thing. He could, a snake,
mm-hmm.
all sorts of stuff. I mean, yeah, it's,
I would pay to see that movie.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I might try and go into the film industry if I was missing an appendage.
Yeah, they
As
probably
like,
need you.
Yeah, I would be like, especially like Walking Dead or something. I'd be like,
Yep.
oh, yeah. Do it up.
Yep.
Speaking of limbs, and we're Spielberg earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he makes an effort to hire amputees for his films.
Oh,
when
okay.
He needs, I know that he hired a lot for Saving Private Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
so they could get their limbs blown off. You know, like
Yeah.
fake limbs, and like
See?
there's that shot where the guy picks up his arm off the beach, and it's like
Yeah.
he was like a real amputee.
Oh, cool.
And he hired a lot of amputees
Genius.
for AI, artificial intelligence too.
Oh.
You know, there's a lot of like AI people. Again, going through the scrap yards, like picking up their broken arms or something, or broken legs, and those were like real amputees with like missing arms and legs.
That's cool.
Genius.
With like
See?
yeah, and then made
Yeah.
prosthetics for them. So, very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of like World War II, that was Private Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
My dad was telling me today that he recently found my grandfather's discharge papers from the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and recently learned that my grandfather was on Normandy
Oh,
under
wow.
Patton.
Oh.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
So he like was storming the beach?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, I was thinking about how lucky
Yeah.
you have to be
Yeah.
for that, because
Wow.
And
all
then
the
you
history
wouldn't
books
even
make
be
it seem
here if
insane.
If
Oh, I
something
know.
bad happened.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Or your kids.
It's crazy the
anything.
things that have to
Weird.
align, you know.
Yeah, that's
Especially
so
in
weird.
wartime. Yeah.
For
Oh,
real.
wow. Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then I was telling him about Travis's grandfather and his whole
All
thing.
the war
all
generation.
The war generation, yeah.
Yep.
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 Yeah, you had to have luck. You had to have luck,
Yeah.
it seems, you know, if you were to, or, yeah, you know, not have bad luck.
You should do some. We
Mhm.
should. That'd be interesting to find out all the history of what he was doing over there? Like
I know. One time in I think it was like my sophomore year of high school. I filmed him in an interview for like a class to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if he talked about Normandy right then or what all I asked him, but he does have, well, my dad has it now, but he has like all that he took stuff off of soldiers and stuff like that. So there's like some, Nazi stuff, and then there's
Treasures.
like the little silk handkerchief that like a French girl gave him on V-Day.
Oh,
And
wow.
I like all that stuff. It's interesting.
Oh, that's
We should do something with that. You both got like heroic
Yeah.
World War II people in your family, and we got all that
right
footage of your grandpa.
Yeah, my dad has like my dad has a picture of like my grandfather with like his infantry or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's like a long panorama almost.
Yeah.
We should make a film called Grandpas.
Grandpas.
It's a documentary, and
Yeah.
so it'll be intercut between each of our grandfathers.
Yep.
And so it'll be like Travis's grandfather talking about escaping Nazi Germany, and your grandfather talking about V-Day.
Yes.
And storming the beaches of Normandy, and then it'll cut to my granddad and he'll be like, "You can go jump in the lake." Quit your crying.
I'll give you something to cry about.
I'd rather sell my house than see any of my family live in it. It's like, God, why is he in this?
It's just called Grandpas.
I was just thinking like a weird, what's his name? Richard Linklater?
Yeah.
That would be like to the extreme. So like we use the video footage of our grandfathers that we use.
Yeah.
And then our dads can play like the grandfathers on camera.
Oh.
And then we can play the younger versions
In the wars.
And
do
then
whatever the hell my grandfather did.
And then our kids can play them as kids.
Oh, wow.
we gotta wait a little bit though, because this one's gotta.
Yeah,
we
I'll
might
borrow
have to have
someone's.
some.
Or our kids could
you have
pl- our
nephews
kids-
though.
Hmm?
We have niece
Yeah,
and nephew.
I'll
so we
borrow
can,
one.
there we go.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
This
Got
would be
it.
great.
yeah, and so it's just like, a full multi-generational film.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Now, take
That
that,
would be cool.
Linklater.
Yeah.
Your boyhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, film a boy for 13 years. What are you, some kind of perv?
Yeah.
Really? How'd you
Come
get away
on.
with that one?
Yeah.
You don't even own that boy.
No.
Yeah.
That's somebody else's boy.
Yeah. Who is that boy?
I don't know. But also, his daughter was in that movie, too. Why didn't it just be called Childhood?
Oh.
Yeah.
Burn.
Yeah.
The boy had a sister.
Yeah. Why is it? What was it called? Parenthood.
Boyhood.
Boyhood.
Oh yeah.
Why not
Boyhood.
Parenthood?
Yeah. Why not
There's
Parenthood?
two parents.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why not Life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boyhood.
Asking the hard, tough questions here. Yeah.
Come on, Richard.
Well, I'll take your silence as an answer, Richard.
Yeah.
If he doesn't respond to these
If you don't,
accusations.
if you don't phone into this podcast, we know
Right now.
that we're right, and you have nothing to say to defend yourself.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen,
But hey,
you're looking to the face of the future.
Yeah, low key if
You're
if
past.
you're listening.
Yeah, but we love you, actually.
Yeah.
You're one of the greatest filmmakers alive right now. And Boyhood was amazing. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that would be wild.
That would be
Yeah.
fun. Remember we talked about for freelance having, it was a similar idea, but it would be like of us. Remember, where we talked about having our dads play us in the future, basically, which I still think would be hilarious.
Yep.
To dress
Yep.
all of our dads up
Oh yes.
as like older freelance versions of ourselves
I remember
would
that.
be so funny.
Let's do that.
We have to do that.
Yeah.
We have to do that.
Even if we just film their parts.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
we gotta
just so
dress
we
them up.
have
Yeah.
that. While all our dads are still here on this planet, let's do that.
Let's
good
do that
idea.
Yeah.
in the 6 months. Maybe.
Oh, that could be fun.
We should
Yeah.
set up a 6-month goal.
Get them all together.
Help use this this stave
Yeah.
of execution
So funny.
to say, what do we want this 6 months to be?
We were able to call the governor and get him to cancel it
Yeah.
at the last minute.
Ron.
I'm innocent.
Stay the execution.
But yeah, we should totally do that.
Yeah. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great.
I'm going to SeaWorld tomorrow.
Nice, nice.
Any SeaWorld fans out there?
Yeah.
Any SeaWorld fans?
Boo.
Oh,
Boo.
stop.
Boo. Free the animals.
Blackfish. Blackfish.
Blackfish.
Okay. Why is it a blackfish? Huh?
Yeah, it's white.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Black
we can't
and white.
defend the white,
Huh?
though. Nah.
Huh?
Black.
Yeah.
I boycott SeaWorld. Not mainly because I've
Why
just
don't you
never
girl
been.
cot SeaWorld?
Yeah.
Because that's not a thing.
So you want to put boys in cots?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I want to put them
What
together.
are you, a camp counselor?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a noble profession.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was a
so-
camp counselor.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Anything weird
Wasn't
happen?
anything-
But I'm running around naked.
No. Oh, there was some running around naked, but there was no children around. Just the counselors.
Oh, naked counselor running?
Yeah, there was naked counseling.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Boys and girls?
Just boys.
Oh.
The week before the students came, the campers.
Yep.
It was like a camp-wide cleaning week.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
And then we had already been separated into our groups of like, okay, this group of us is gonna teach the 5 to 6 year olds or whatever. That's who we were
Yeah.
they were staying in our cabins. Anyway, so we were cleaning this communal bathroom,
Uh-huh.
but it was like we were just hosing the thing down. There was water everywhere going down the drains, scrubbing it with long things, and
one thing led to another.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we've all been there.
We were all
Everyone
getting
at
wet,
this table
so
has
we're
been
all
there.
like just in your bathing suits and flip flops. So it was pretty quick. Nobody even wanted to have a shirt on because it was water spraying everywhere and soap.
Right.
So it's one of those moments.
It's a
We all got
slippery slope
naked.
once the shirt comes off.
And what was funny was like there was a moment of talking about it and deciding. I forgot who threw it out. Probably Derek.
It's so
It's
funny.
like, should we all get naked?
Had to.
Derek,
And I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get naked if you get naked. It's like, so like, what is that deliberation?
Yeah.
You just remember all being naked, but there was a moment when you all weren't naked, and then
Uh-huh.
you were.
Yeah.
And there was like a weird crossover. Like, should we get naked?
Uh-huh.
And someone's like, that's weird. It's like,
Yeah.
well, he's doing it. It's like, and he is. And then
You
y'all
know
did.
what's funny too is like I always joke about like the old men in locker rooms being naked, but I think I'm kind of realizing what happens. I think you just get to certain ages where it just doesn't.
You say,
You don't have
fuck it.
you're not shamed about it.
You're
You
not
have no
shamed
more
about it
shame
anymore,
you know?
yeah.
So you're just whatever. Fuck it.
Yep.
Takes a long time. Takes you like 50 years to learn that, but eventually you learn that there's no reason to
Eventually
be
you
shamed.
do.
No,
Yep.
yeah, it's like I recently. Well, I don't know if I want to tell this story on the podcast yet. I'll bring it out at some point.
Oh, well, careful.
But I did
Let's just
recently-
tell a story here, Trevor.
I know. I recently confessed to something I did in high school.
Oh.
Partially because my friend Justin he's so funny. I was like, I feel like I sort of mentioned it jokingly one time, and then for like years he's been trying to get me to confess up to actually, admitting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I recently in my like friend group, I was like, we're all almost 40. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm married. I have kids.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not on the dating scene.
life's pretty good right now. I was like, I got nothing left to lose, so
Yeah.
I fessed up to it. It's pretty funny.
That's great.
Yeah,
Coming clean with all the shenanigans.
yeah. But I don't know how much time do we have?
Probably about 3 minutes for an hour.
Okay.
If we want to wrap it up around an hour.
Yeah, you
I
said
don't
how
know.
many minutes?
3.
3. Okay, yeah. Maybe we'll save it for another time.
All right. Remember, audience, remind us to have Trevor's incriminating story be
Yeah.
told.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I will say my dad just said, Philip, your great uncle was a Pathfinder Ranger who parachuted into Normandy a couple days before the
He's over here talking about watering holes.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to make the movie called Two Grandpas and a Great Uncle.
See,
Thanks, Dad. We have some nobility in the family.
Yep.
My dad was in the Navy.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. See, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Yeah.
maybe your grandpas
Has
knew
anyone
each
ever
other.
said that to anybody? Thank you for your service. I think that's the first time I've ever said that out loud.
I think I've said it one
I've
other
said it.
time at a bar. Maybe I was like semi-drunk talking to a dude.
I've said it, but I think I'm slightly
Remember when
sarcastic
there
every
was-
time I do say it.
There was like a time though when it was sort of like
Oh, yeah.
it was almost like
You served in the
controversial.
military. You
Was
got
it
a
9/11
blowjob
or-
just
yeah,
for
maybe it was like
walking
right around
around.
9/11. Everybody was like, "Thank you for your service."
Oh,
and
yeah.
You had to say it.
Clapping
had to
after
say it.
every successful airplane trip.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Even at the end of movies, you might clap after 9/11. Just
Right.
anytime it felt heroic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's clap.
But I feel like enough time's passed. I don't mind saying it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I really cared either way. I don't think.
Right. I don't want to be pressured into saying it. If I'm going to say it, it's going to be because I want to. Not because
Exactly.
It's like a guy in
Yeah.
army pants walks out of the airport bathroom and is
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, is he even in the military? He's got camouflage pants on.
What pants? I didn't see anything. Man had no lower half.
I just saw 2 pairs of boots and a shirt with a head poking out.
It worked real good.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm going to go and hit
fine.
the button, maybe.
Okay,
We're
hit the
about
button.
that time. Someone riff.
Button, who's got the button? That is what Willy Wonka says.
Yeah. My muscles are cramping up from sitting in that position.
Oh, I know, yeah. It's like hunches your
I feel
shoulders
like
like
my
this.
chest is going to collapse. Ugh. Yeah, but yeah. Going to SeaWorld tomorrow.
Lots
Haven't
of fun
been there
things
in
on the
a long
horizon.
Time. Yep.
Touch a stingray. For
Okay.
us.
I will. I will just not put too much of my body near it.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
Get the barb stuck in you.
Have y'all ever watched a video of a stingray actually stinging somebody? Like somebody picks one up.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait, I have
It looks like it does look like something out of Alien when that thing comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You're like, oh my. Yeah.
Remember when we were swimming in Puerto
drawings.
Rico and it looked like a big alien?
Oh yeah, that
The
it
big
was like
ray?
an eagle ray or
Wow.
something that came out of the
So
darkness.
swim out of the darkness. That's
like a
about as scared
huge-
as I've ever been right
Yeah.
then.
Terrifying.
Crazy.
It's like being in outer space. You know, in outer space, no
It
one
is
can
like
hear
being
you
in outer
scream
space,
because
yeah.
you see it and you just go.
Yep.
crazy.
But then you don't even
Very.
want to do that to scare it.
No. All right.
But we appreciate you guys. There's going to be a
Yep.
lot of fun things happening over the next 6 months. More podcasts, more stuff.
Yep. A lot of giveaways. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Giveaways.
stay tuned.
Should we do merch?
Yeah.
like and
Get some merch
subscribe? Yeah,
going.
we should do merch.
Yep. We'll do some merch giveaways
Yeah.
when you give us money.
For the LaserLion Podcast, I'm Trevor Cruz.
Philip Shuck.
And I'm Travis Ingram.
Thanks for
Hey.
listening.
Bye.
Oh, are we still on?
I don't know.
Comment,